What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Damon here, and it's Bring Your Kid to Work Day here at IGN. This is my son, Kingo. How old are you?
3.
That's exactly right. In today's gaming news, Nintendo consoles apparently aren't technically capable of running Call of Duty, Star Wars Jedi Survivor will let you toggle off spiders, and a really great Nintendo DS game is returning this summer. Say, this is your daily fix, really loud.
The 2 days day.
Good enough. As we covered yesterday, the UK Competition and Markets Authority blocked Microsoft and Activision Blizzard's merger. It also claimed that Nintendo's consoles aren't technically capable of running Call of Duty. Rude. The CMA explains in its final report, Nintendo does not currently offer Call of Duty, and we have seen no evidence to suggest that its consoles would be technically capable of running a version of Call of Duty that is similar to those in Xbox and PlayStation in terms of quality and gameplay and content. Well, sure, the Switch can't run a modern Call of Duty game. What's interesting to me is that the CMA said Nintendo's consoles, plural, couldn't handle it. Nintendo will eventually release updated hardware, either a more powerful Switch or a new console altogether, and the CMA is so sure it also won't be able to run Call of Duty. Why do they think they know better than Xbox? This comes after Microsoft already committed to a 10-year deal to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo platforms, but it seems like that wasn't enough to convince the CMA to approve the merger, even though Microsoft previously said it was confident it could get it running on the Switch. The UK regulator cited Microsoft's potential dominance in future cloud gaming as its main concern for blocking the merger. Cloud gaming is still a small part of the overall industry, but even Nintendo has gotten into it by releasing cloud versions of popular AAA games like Control and Resident Evil Village. Perhaps that could be a solution to putting Call of Duty on Nintendo platforms in the future. In any case, the point might be moot now that the CMA has blocked the acquisition. Microsoft plans to appeal the decision, but it will be an uphill battle getting the appeals tribunal to find an error in the CMA's report or prove that the CMA acted irrationally. Those are the only ways for the appeal to be successful, according to analyst Piers Harding-Rolls, speaking to GamesIndustry.biz. Moving on, Star Wars Jedi Survivor will include an Arachnophobia mode that completely removes spider-like enemies from the game. Star Wars Jedi Survivor does feature at least one enemy of an arachnid disposition. However, this time around, Respawn has taken mercy on arachnophobes by including a handy option that will allow players to eradicate the arachnid threat from the game altogether with the press of a menu toggle. Now, it's actually a little unclear at this point what the Arachnophobia mode actually does. The tooltip in the menu says it modifies a creature to make it less reminiscent of an arachnid. But as far as we can tell, there's only one spider-like monster in the game, and it's pretty rare to encounter. So while we can verify Survivor does include an Arachnophobia mode, we haven't been able to see what the mode does to this one particular enemy. The feature echoes the efforts of other developers, including Obsidian, which added a setting to its survival game Grounded last year that allowed players to select the level of detail present with arachnid enemies. The highest setting of the mode essentially reduced the 8-legged denizens to a collection of floating blobs, rendering them more comical than threatening. Star Wars Jedi Survivor includes many accessibility options. If spiders are an issue for you, it sounds like a quick menu toggle will make the game a safe space to roleplay as a Jedi. And finally today, one of my favorite Nintendo DS games is returning in a definitive edition. Might and Magic Clash of Heroes was first released in 2009 on the DS. It was an excellent puzzle RPG developed by Capybara Games, makers of Super Time Force and Grindstone. In 2011, a high-def version was released on Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network. The fact that it had the Might and Magic license didn't matter, and that wasn't the draw. It was the addictive strategy gameplay and attractive art style that won so many of us over back in the day. And now Clash of Heroes is returning in a definitive edition this summer to PS4, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The new package will include the previously released downloadable content, as well as refreshed character portraits, quality of life improvements, and an expanded, rebalanced online mode. No word on an exact release date, so summer will have to do for now. If you haven't played Might and Magic Clash of Heroes before, but you like puzzle and strategy games, I highly recommend you check it out. And that is your Daily Fix for Wednesday, April 26th. Now that you're caught up on the news, watch a new Star Wars Jedi Survivor ad starring Mark Hamill. We are Damon and Kingo Hatfield, and for all your gaming news, stay tuned to IGN.
Stay tuned, IGN.